Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda sedang menonton satu lagi rakaman khas di ARBSA, ASEAN Rice Bowl Startup Awards 2018. And saya akan guna dua-dua bahasa boleh? Bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggeris. I'm talking to my new friend. I'll introduce him to you. His name is Immanuel Sanka. He was very impressive on the first day of the summit, the Rice Bowl Summit, ASEAN chapter, and he was talking about stuff like AI, IoT, and putting them together with, everyday stuff that you go to the market and buy, like shrimps. So that is what's important about tech in Southeast Asia, is how do we bring the cutting edge frontier science and technology right down to the everyday grassroots. And I'm going to let you tell this story. How come you look at IoT, you look at big data, and there are a lot of mathematics involved in there, a lot of computer servers and power of data, interlinkages, and also analytics. But suddenly you put them together with shrimps. Yeah. You could have put them together with ride sharing or counting planes in the sky, but you choose to put them together with shrimps. Why is it?
So basically we started from the farmer itself. So in 2016 we did a market research, and it was about a year, and we provided them the IT device first. But then they told us this will help, but we need more, like some kind of insights that can solve the problem, because in shrimp there are a huge risk. And it's kind of uncountable, like related to disease and everything like that. But it correlates to the farm management itself. So from there, we tried to collect the data. And then there is no such a normal data that can suggest you or provide you to get the really good management. So from there, we implement the AI and machine learning based on the data collection that they have.
Doing something new is good. But there's always two sides to it.
Yeah,
and nobody has done that before, so you've got to discover things on your own.
Yeah.
And you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
So share with me that part first before we go to the money part, the profit and revenue part. So when you go down on the ground, and in our region in Nusantara, there's a big gap from Kuta to the foothills.
Yeah.
And the paddy farmers. Yeah. There's a big gap from Menteng in Jakarta, just a bit of a 45 minutes drive away. And you see people, in shanty shacks by the river and stuff. So when you go down to the shrimp farmers and give them devices and told them that you wanted to collect data, what was their reaction?
It was really hard. My friends, they did the market research around the Java, and they tried to offer the device, and no one bought it.
Tak ada orang mau ambil.
Tak ada.
Apa reaksi utama? Kata-kata yang diberikan kembali itu.
We felt really bad, because I think we doesn't have the product market fit. But then we realized it's not the product, but it's how we deliver it, right? Okay. The story behind it, like the neediness or whatever that would help the farmer itself. And from there, after a year, like I told you, market research, so we put that timeline and we didn't sell anything from there. Okay. And one of the co-founders actually been in the aquaculture field for 17 years, like around 15 or 17 years. So he knew the root cause already, so such as water quality. Yeah. But then from there, we tried to build a really nice story for the farmer, so they can see the value that we want to help them to increase their productivity.
So it's not about saying to the farmer something like, Pak, ambillah telephone cell ini dan masukkan apa yang dilakukan. It's more like, Pak, ambil ini dan hasilnya akan meningkat 20% atau 50%.
Yeah, we can't really promise that thing, because we know there are quite a lot of variables. Okay. Like I told you, it's uncountable, but it's really hard race. But if you succeed, then you'll have gain a lot of profits out of it. Jadi
So that's what itu yang dikongsikan.
iya, dan selama 1 tahun kita ada piloting, and it worked quite well, and some farmers now see the value out of it, just want to enhance it more and get more early adopters and majority to just get more into this kind of system.
Share with us, tolong kongsikan set data pertama yang dikumpulkan itu kerana untuk usaha niaga seperti ini, bahan mentahnya adalah data.
Yeah, of course.
Jadi kalau boleh diceritakan, tentunya itu yang ditunggu-tunggu. Akhirnya data sudah masuk.
Yeah. Well, within the market research, we collected all of the data, including the structure, characteristic of the data, like how big the pond is, like how's the density, and how much they produce per year, per cycle, and also the variables like social variables, how's the organization in the ponds and everything like that. So it's quite diverse, per se. And from there, we extracted the important ones, like what kind of parameters that they should measure, including the water quality.
So you design the parameters to capture the data.
Yeah.
And for the captured data, you structure it again.
Yeah.
And then you filter out the things that. What were among the key things that you took away from that set of data? Meaning, you know where you want to go. So, but now you have these directions.
Yeah.
So you only pick out the top lines. Let's say, how do I improve water quality? That's maybe one of the pillars. Or how do you do it?
Yeah, it's more like in a normal interview, right? So sometimes we talk about the family first, like how's the family and everything like that. But then sometimes we enter the market or like the user, potential user, with the how's the production, what is the disease like, why is it like solved already, or what's your purpose of doing this kind of farm or something like that. So it's quite varied. So that kind of series we try to implement it first, like by one another, and there's no such a normal pattern for like all of them.
So there might be different questions for different farmers?
Yeah, and that's quite painful, but it worth.
So how do you draw the average? Or every data lake, as they like to call it, is a lake to the farmer, and then you see what's linear, what's not.
Yeah, so from there we can see like how most of the succeed farmer, like they succeed the farm condition.
The best practices.
Yeah, from there, and then we took it, and then we have these kind of.
So that was the beginning. And now you're not at the beginning anymore.
Yeah.
So where have the journey been? What have been learned from all that, and how has that contributed to the growth of your startup?
It's more like a strategy, let's say. We have several different segments, and how we implement each of these, like the business, right? So we want push this traditional farmer to buy the device because it's very costly, right? So we have the subscription, so they don't have to buy the device. We just rent it, and then they just pay like small amount of money per pond.
Farmers one day.
Yeah, per pond. It's around $20 to $30 per month.
Okay, $20 to $30 US.
Yeah, per pond. So, but yeah, we gather like at least 7 ponds. So we also get the benefits, but they do have they get the value.
So what's your target? You now have 2,000. So what's your target for the next level to go to? is it 20,000 or something like that, you know? Because you have to scale is one thing.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
The other is you need to start thinking of your revenue.
yeah.
Not only the revenue from the shrimp, but maybe ancillary revenue from the collections of data that you have.
So I think we also heard Daniel yesterday,
Yes.
right? About the tech startup. It's really tricky to scale that up.
Yeah.
So I believe we do have the target to gather or to access all of the markets in Indonesia first. We at least 1/5 of the market in Asia is in Indonesia, right?
Okay.
But then maybe neighboring country, including Malaysia.
So what is ASEAN Rice Bowl Startup Award for you? Okay, one is the prestige of entering and
course.
winning.
Yeah.
Of course, you're the winner for Indonesia, and now you're vying for the winner for Nusantara or ASEAN. But what else? Because that's just the enabler.
Yeah.
But you see many other things,
Yeah.
and connection being made.
So for me, this kind of event will bring more insight, of course, because you will meet like quite very background and quite many startups, right? And practitioners, including like you itself, like seeing a very different angle, right? And perspective. So from there, also the potential collaborators, I got surprised, like we just met, like I met like 2 or 3 and then we got connected already and we start discussing stuff.
What kind
that
of
could be-
connection? Finance, technology, markets, or what?
It's more about the technology,
Okay.
you know.
How else can you make your technology better? What kind of thing do you want from tech? You know, you
That's
already
really
have
hard.
it.
Yeah.
You already have it, but what more and where else?
Maybe about how to simplify things, because I think we saw like it's really hard to get simple things, especially to fit the market, right? And that's the thing. And also try to minimize error, because as we know, like farmer, they are not like a savvy tech kind of thing, right?
Understood.
So how we provide the technology that very simple and applicable.
Okay, so the design, the UI, the UX is very important
and
to
something
you.
like that. Even like
I want to bring the debate at the World Comic Forum in Davos to here in Bali at ARBSA.
okay.
Which is more important for you to solve? Financing, seed capital, next round of capital, or talent?
It's really hard question. Well,
Through your experience,
Okay,
through
okay.
Jala Tech.
talents, of course. I mean,
Really, money was not that hard? Let's talk about money first.
yeah. Okay.
Money was not that hard for you to get? Seed or
of course, yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's really hard. But then,
How
if-
hard? Tell me, do they have to mortgage your car or whatever?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, no, not that.
How did you get the first round of money?
For the seed funding? So we raised like around six or 7 months for the seed funding.
From VCs?
We participated the accelerator, and from there we
Okay.
raised like several like supports.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to go to talent.
Uh-huh.
Bakat itu.
Sure.
Kerana tadi Immanuel cakap itu yang lebih penting daripada wang sebenarnya. Tentunya kalau sama di universitas itu tentu lebih serasi.
Yeah.
Tapi mungkin dengan membesar sekarang perlu mengambil bakat-bakat lain outside the first founders. Jadi bagaimana itu sekarang?
Yeah, that's quite challenging, especially people are aiming for the money, and they felt like working in a startup will have like a huge salary because it's quite competitive and everything like that. But it's the opposite. Like it's more into the commitment, you know. Like that's why it's really hard to find. Even like for me, I'm looking for some digital marketing and everything like that, and it took me like more than a month just to find the exact one, like the one that fit with our company, right?
Yeah.
And now we are doing outsource instead of like pushing this much. So
When you say fit, is it more technical or is it more culture?
Culture.
Kan?
culture.
Sebenarnya bukan kemahiran aktivitas itu.
No, it's more a culture, because once you have the culture, the knowledge can be upgraded.
Okay.
I mean, it's really hard to make people have a 8-5 schedule, rather than like make them to know about something within 2 days,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And it can be learned about the knowledge, I guess. That's why we do have schools and everything like that,
Do
right?
you deal with talent yourself in Jala Tech, or do
Yeah,
your co-founder?
I can tell you about the experience in Lampung,
Yes,
when we want
go
to
ahead.
expand in Lampung. So by then, before that, it wasn't me for the COO, sorry, and he tried to find the talents really hard, and I said like, yeah, I'll just go to Lampung and then see what I will take there, and then what kind of things that I'll face. And then I met like one from the university, and I said like, okay, so I need talents for this place. And it's just like, okay, I'll do a walk-in interview. Can you imagine, like, just one day before, I invite the walk-in interview, and the next day I interviewed them. It's around 20 to 40, and I was quite exhausted. Like, oh gosh, I wouldn't do this thing again. But then I got like several candidates, and it was quite nice. I just need to follow this thing.
Lampung is the southern side of Sumatra,
Yeah,
right?
40% of the market is there. So yeah,
For shrimps.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
In Indonesia, I mean.
Yes. Yes. There's a conversation from your seniors here
Yeah.
at the startups. There's many serial entrepreneurs, serial startup founders,
Yeah,
and they've reached a level which they are now the VCs.
yeah,
And Daniel Hastings, that I moderated for the fireside chat
Yeah.
on the first day, said whenever they reach that high, then he likes to withdraw.
yeah,
You know, he doesn't believe that you keep on scaling up forever, one. And he doesn't believe that life doesn't go. That's why he's a surfer. That's why he likes Bali.
yeah,
Like the wave in the ocean, you go up and then with down cycle. But a lot of venture capitalists, investors, stakeholders, they want to see quarter on quarter, year on year, and always a positive growth. So now that you have all this knowledge and stories, where do you want Jala Tech to be? To follow that always positive year on year growth, profit, operations, conversion otherwise, or how?
I think every single startup has their own vision, right? And like Daniel said, he has the kind of serving, what is it, paradigm or something like that. But like for us, we are building things up, right? So we have these flat, maybe from downside, try to hide the mountains, and then see when we know like all the markets, when we're on top of it, then we just optimize things up rather than like gathering more markets and like that.
But you guys are definitely not at the stage of bootstrap anymore, right? It's
No.
quite comfortable now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
We're
to
trying
focus on
to
growth,
be
not
comfortable.
survival, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about ASEAN Rice Bowl really? And this is the first time in Bali.
It's a really good event. I mean, it's not only about connected with the the same vision about the startups, but then it's more like encouraging each other. You know,
Okay.
like we're
Like
startups.
friendship and family.
Yeah. And that's about a network. Like it was Janine or someone that explained about how VC sees the startups, right?
Okay.
Is it depends on the trends or it depends
Yeah.
on the what is it about their analysis, right? But like for us, we need to be encouraged, and we need that spirit. You know, like we have the vision and need to be supported, like
Mentors.
yeah, and
Role
something like that.
models.
Yeah,
That's very crucial. Right?
yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Terima kasih banyak
Yeah, sama-sama.
kepada saudara Immanuel Sanka
Or
Jala
just call
Tech.
me Sanka.
Okay, Sanka. Google Jala Tech dan mungkin anda mahu bekerja sama dengan mereka kerana masalah yang diselesaikan, the problems they're looking at using AI, big data, and IoT are very, very relevant to us and most of the developing nations of the world. Thank you so much, terima kasih banyak banget kerana menonton agenda AWANI khas yang dirakamkan sempena dengan ASEAN Rice Bowl Startup Award 2018 di Bali. Jumpa lagi.